Hey doers! In today's eye-opening part 2, you will learn 3 personal strengths that could literally magnify your wealth mindset. To remind you, in the first part, you learn about 3 personal weaknesses that could hinder you to build a wealth mindset. So if you haven't watched it yet, I leave the link in the upper right corner. Now, one thing has to be addressed appropriately. In order to achieve notable success, the first step is to develop positive beliefs. Would you agree? But why? Because if you come up from a poor and middle-class family, your assumptions most likely derive from your parents and relatives. Look, it's nothing wrong, but again, if you want to pursue wealth and prosperity, you must intensively recondition your mindset. So when I flew to Australia to study, I started discovering what is holistic wealth. Since then, I devoted my spare time to deepen skills on how to find the purpose of my life and how to prosper. For that reason, I created 7 wealth stages, with the first stage called Develop a Wealth Mindset. Because the initial goal within the first stage is to transition your mind from being a dreamer to becoming a doer. And I also realized that you might already control some of your strengths, but something is missing, some small piece of the puzzle. That's why I created this video. But before we get started, show us whether you are already a doer. It means tapping the subscribe button with the bell icon to get notified. Because after that, you will receive every week one proven prosperity strategy within the 7 life stages of wealth. With this purpose in mind, let's talk about 3 personal strengths that will magnify your wealth mindset. Strength number 1. You love to execute things fast over perfect it. In short, it means determination and discipline. Remember this, execution is everything. For that reason, you have to understand all 7 wealth stages. A simple example is a stage called Execute 7 Powerful Book Ideas. And that's very influential. Why? Because when you read books or take some online courses, do not neglect the power of ideas within context. What you need to do is to find a few ideas and execute them as soon as possible. And in the video called How to Build Discipline, I described in point 5, force yourself to do it. That if you literally force yourself, you will find out how effectively you act in a particular situation to execute things fast over perfect it. Look, it's very simple. There isn't anything else to analyze. You don't need to invent anything new. If I set a goal, no matter what's going on around me, I execute it. Because I know it will pay off afterward. The bottom line? When you focus on urgent tasks and then move on to important tasks, your day ends with full fulfillment. And it leads me to the second personal strength. Strength number 2. You feel fulfilled when your tasks are done. In short, it means fulfillment and accomplishment. Let's have a look at the following circumstances. Do you have a deadline on the horizon? Have you had a sleepless night? Can't your brain stop thinking about tasks that need to be complete? I assume you know these happenings, don't you? But is it a good or bad sign? I can tell you it's an excellent sign of the right direction. Why? Because you know what you are working on right now that has to be complete at a certain time. And as soon as you accomplish it, then you feel a great sense of fulfillment of your work. Let me ask you a question. When you hit a goal, What do you feel? Comment below. But the answer is easy. It is fulfillment and satisfaction because you are happy about what you've just accomplished. Because gratification must come from the bottom of your heart. And you need to feel right that the time spent on specific tasks has paid off. Let me give you an example. Imagine the sales goal of your e-commerce stores is met by the end of the year, as it was planned. What will be your next step? Do you celebrate it? Will you spend that profit on useless things? Of course not, because you have grown. You are bigger than before and you set another goal and another goal. And you want to hit the next level because you want to feel even more fulfilled with greater satisfaction. To emphasize again, there isn't a better sensation when you feel that fulfillment within your body. And the third personal strength of a doer is stay laser focused. In other words, it means being goal driven. The reason I left this strength as the third one is because I can't stress more how critical it is. And I've talked about it countless times, and I will always mention it again and again. I recommend flashing back to the video How to Become a Doer in 9 Steps and listen carefully to step number 3 called the Doer Laser Beam Focus. So why do I reiterate it? Because there is no need to think of anything else as a great new brilliant strategy. Absolutely not. Because this third personal strength that magnifies your wealth mindset wraps all strengths into just one. In other words, being laser focused on urgent and important things only. And if you really want to transition from a dreamer to become a doer, you must learn it seriously. Because it gives you strengths such as controlling your personal finances, building wealth, and maintaining your well-being. Let me give you an interesting example. I enjoy specialty high-quality coffee. So when I sip my cup of coffee, after that I feel sometimes inattentive. And I catch myself multitasking and not focusing on an urgent task. But you know what? Fortunately, I have learned how to realize this. And I force my mind to focus on the task I have to execute. In short, it simply means you also have to realize it and turn your weakness into strength, as I did. Remember this, focus is everything. Focus distinguishes dreamers from doers, because doers love the system to focus on, with no distractions or doubts. To conclude this video, these were 3 critical personal strengths to become a doer. Because I'm convinced that determination with discipline, fulfillment, and especially staying focused are the triggers to magnify your wealth mindset. And if just one strength would help you realize your direction, it means that this video accomplishes my expectation. Last, while you sail through your life, remember this. When you come across dreamers, just listen to them for their ideas. But when you come in contact with doers, acquire their skills, master and execute them, and then you will understand what is holistic wealth. Would you agree? Write a comment on what you think, because my first goal is to transition you to become a doer. And as a reminder, gently pat the like button to give our video more exposure, support, and love from the YouTube algorithm. And don't forget to subscribe together with the bell notification, because every week you will receive one prosperity strategy within the 7 wealth stages of life. Because I invite you to become a doer. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.